pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we're gonna have roll call. Somehow it's not working, but let's go ahead and do a voice roll call.
Counselor Jan Vigil here.
Counselor Don Krebs here.
Counselor Jeremy Dominguez here.
Counselor Liz Hensley here.
Counselor Jackie V. Hill here.
Mayor Ty Coleman here.
All counselors present except Counselor Carson. He's just absent.
Okay. The next item on the agenda, we have an agenda approval.
Mayor, I move that we approve the agenda as presented, not excusing Mr. Carson from the meeting.
Okay.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Not, please start voting. Okay,
Okay. Do you want to just,
do you want to do a
Oh.
voice vote?
but I'll do your voice vote. Counselor Jackie Vigil?
Yes.
The motion carried unanimously.
Okay. Up next on the agenda, we have citizen comments. This is the segment of the agenda to where we have anyone in the audience or on Zoom who would like to make any comments. You'll come up to the podium, make your comments. We do ask that you keep your comments to within 3 minutes. If you're still talking at the 3-minute mark, I would politely ask you to end the conversation at that particular time. We keep a clock over here that keeps time. So I don't have any comment cards, Ms. Martinez, for
I
any
don't have any.
audience. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll open it up to the Zoom participants to see if they would like to make any comments. Do we have anyone on Zoom who would like to make any comments during this segment? If so, please use the raise your hand feature at the bottom of the screen so we can recognize you and give you a chance to make comments during this portion of the agenda. I don't see any hands raised,
I don't see any either, Mayor.
so we'll go ahead and close the citizen comment segment and move on down the agenda to consent calendar A. Counselor Liz Hensley,
I'll move to accept consent calendar A.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? If not, please start voting. Ms. Martinez?
The motion carried unanimously.
All right, great job. That brings us to the next item under regular business, Community Recreation Board Annual Update. Mr. Johnson? Could you turn the mic on for us? There you go. Jackpot.
Is that right?
You're good.
Okay, thank you for having me. First, I would like to relay to you the board's acknowledgement of the Recreation Department staff. As you know, there's a terrific staff out there. They give us really good direction when we're in our board, and things just wouldn't function the way they do without a great staff. So we'd like to acknowledge that. I'm going to go over a few of our highlighted accomplishments from last year and then go through what we have coming up. Last year, we completed the family recreation weight room renovation, the Blanca Vista Park dredging project, the Independent Ditch Diversion Improvement Projects, and the Cole Park Smart Irrigation System has begun and it's almost complete. That's on our list for goals to complete this coming year. Our outdoor recreation programs have gradually got better and bigger. That's a lot of our focus has been on that. That's kind of the trending national thing is increasing outdoor recreation. And we feel like we're doing extremely well in that. Our Alamosa does a really good job of that. I'll cover some of the stuff we have coming up. We want to continue the renovations at Lee Fields, finish the smart water system at Cole Park. We are looking to secure grant funds for the Cole Park Playground and the bike park at Cole Park. Continue progress at the Alamosa Riverfront project. We need to secure funding and finalize the design of the new pedestrian bridge. I'm sure everybody's excited about that. And we're looking forward to start in 2026 with a build. Hopefully everything stays on timeline for that. We're looking forward in the future to getting funding for our master trail plan and implementation of that project. And thanks to Liz, when you guys are doing board appointments, it has been so nice that Liz is involved with the golf board, the rec board, and the tree board, because we overlap in not every area, but a lot of the areas. So she brings that information to us so we don't get slowed down on. And it just helps so much with the process. And we want to thank Liz for her participation. Any questions?
Okay, I'll open it up for questions or comments. Liz Hensley.
So I want to thank you and the board for all you do. Also, Andy and your team is phenomenal. I think everybody thinks, oh, the rec board, and it's a fun board to be on. And obviously there is fun stuff, but I also think the board does a phenomenal job. Some of the challenges, obviously from a financial standpoint, having a lot of big lofty goals, but then also having such a vibrant, whether it's at the rec center, the golf course, obviously all the outdoor activities, just all the things which we want to give to our community, and it makes our community so strong. But I just want to commend the committee as well, because there are times where it's sort of that, gosh, we want to do this and we want to do this, but we got to start to stay in here. And each time we add something new, it's obviously how to keep it sustainable as well. So I just want to tell you, thank you for all you and the rest of the board do also to keep that positive sort of outlook, at the same time being realistic. And then also, how do we looking ahead and how we can make a difference. So thank you.
And funding, like you said, is always a big issue. My back on.
You're good.
But the staff is terrific at, finding money, grants, different avenues of funding, and prioritizing the money we do get. Great help.
Councilor Yountville.
Just echo what Councilor Hensley said. Thanks for all that you do, and especially you, Rusty, your continued service on this board for so long.
Thank you.
And just keep it rolling, man.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'll wrap everything up. Thank you, Rusty, and the board and the staff. Oh, oh yeah, we do have another board member here too. We want to thank you so very much for everything that you're doing. Thank you for showing up too as well to show up and support Rusty today. I really appreciate that. And the staff as well, for everyone. All you do make our community better. So thank you so very much, everybody. Okay. All right, you're welcome. All right, council. That'll bring us to the next item on the agenda, advisory board appointments.
Okay, so council, you guys got a few applications in for citizens wanting to be appointed to the library board, the homeless coalition, and the Main Street Advisory Committee. I listed current positions that we had available on the communication for each board. You guys did interviews at your work sessions on January 15th and then earlier today. For the homeless coalition, we had 3 applicants apply. However, we just found out 1 does not qualify. So our veteran representative position does not qualify to serve on any advisory board right now. So you won't vote on that one. The other two that applied is Liliana, who applied for the youth representative position, and Lisa Lucero, who applied for the business community representative position. Terms for those expire for the youth position expires June 1st, 2027. And for the business community one, it'll expire this June. And then like she can reapply for the 4-year term, it'll start over at a 4-year term. And you can maybe choose to appoint her till June and then for the next 4-year term if you want to. Library Board, we have one position available. That term expires June 1st of 2026. Our applicant that applied is Gregory Wilson. And then for Main Street Advisory Committee, we have two positions available, the Hospitality Industry Representative and Property Owner Representative. Both terms expire June 1st of 2026. And our applicant that applied for that is Jason Trujillo. So you want to make a motion?
I'll go ahead and move that we go ahead and make these appointments, removing Craig Ray Rawolf off of this list because he doesn't qualify.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? If not, please start voting.
The motion carried unanimously.
Okay, thank you. That brings us to the next item on the agenda, under police. Public hearing and second reading for ordinance number 1/2025, an ordinance approving an intergovernmental agreement amongst law enforcement agencies in the San Luis Valley for a regional SWAT team.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We're here today for the second reading of an IGA to regionalize our SWAT team. I have with me again Sergeant Kinchu, who's our SWAT team leader, Sergeant Squires in the back there, who's our assistant SWAT team leader, and then Sergeant Gilliland from Alamosa County, who serves as an operator on our team. A quick synopsis on the first reading for regionalization of the SWAT team. Essentially, we're an intra-governmental agency running a SWAT team just solely based on Alamosa Police Department officers. But yet we are we're ran as if we are a regionalized team serving all 6 counties. So all we're asking is the approval of this regionalization so we could essentially formalize a regionalized team, which will open up manpower, training, and other funding streams with other agencies, which will in turn get more buy-in on the SWAT team.
Okay? So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and open up the public hearing and second reading for ordinance number 1/2025, an ordinance approving an intergovernmental agreement amongst law enforcement agencies in the San Luis Valley for a regional SWAT team. We have anyone in the audience who would like to make any comments in this public hearing, please feel free to come up to the podium and make your comments. Okay, I don't see anyone in the audience, so we're gonna go ahead and open it up to the Zoom participants to give them an opportunity to make any comments at this time. If you're on Zoom, please use the raise your hand feature at the bottom of your screen, and we will recognize you to make comments in this public hearing. Okay, I don't see any hands raised, Ms. Martinez, do you?
I do not, Mayor.
Okay, so we're gonna close this public hearing and bring it back to council. Councilor Jan Vigil?
Mayor, I move that we approve on second reading ordinance number 1/2025.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, please start voting.
The motion carried unanimously.
Thank you all so very much. Appreciate everything you're doing.
Thank you.
Okay, that brings us to the next item on the agenda, committee reports. Do we have any committee reports tonight? Councilor Krebs?
Thank you, Mayor. I actually have 4 committee reports. It was one of those months where everything hit in the last 2 weeks of the month. I'll start with the senior center. They finalized their budget and they're just looking to 2025. They are planning a February fundraiser. It's a Sadie Hawkins dance that everyone's invited to. And they're hoping for a golf tournament in the future. So they're doing really well. She's pulling, with the monies that they received last year for the back patio, she's almost done pulling bids on that. So as soon as it gets warm enough, you'll start seeing some demolition and construction of that back patio to be rebuilt, to be safer for the seniors there. For DRG and COG, they finalized the budget, and so they're looking forward to a 2025. For library board, for 2024, the patron usage numbers are just increased across the board. People using it, people checking it out, interlibrary loans, things of that nature. And they're busy going through the collection and just giving it some more equity, some more weight, finding out where some of the gaps are and trying to fill those gaps with purchases. And then finally, the creative district met. They were able to break into some formal subcommittees to start tackling the process of applying to be a creative district in the city of Alamosa. And they're also working on a few meet and greets that'll take place in the spring and early summer to get the word out to the community and get input from the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Krebs. Appreciate it. Do we have any other committee reports? Okay, no other committee reports. We'll move on down the agenda to staff announcements.
Okay, Mayor, thank you very much. Before we get to the big announcement from Rio Frio, if Chief Dingfelder wants to make his way up, and as he's walking up, just a reminder, we did cancel the second meeting in February because some of us will be traveling for the CML Legislative Conference. So your next meeting is March 5th. So you have some time off. Don't spend it all in one place. And then George, Chief Dingfelder, if you'd like to give a little bit of an update.
Yes, ma'am. So we've been getting a lot of questions about our stance on ICE and our cooperation with ICE. And I think it's important. And so basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to read you exactly what I sent out to the police department, and then I'll be happy to answer any questions. So again, I've gotten this from media from the Front Range as well as locally. So I think it's important that we're all on the same page and for you all to understand. So this is what I put out to the police department. The Alamosa Police Department will cooperate with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, to support them in instances when there are criminal charges or criminal nexus involved and for backup when officer safety concerns arise. We will not participate in any roundup operations by ICE solely due to immigration status. If they're looking for a criminal offender who is in the country illegally, known gang member, or who has current pending charges, we will absolutely assist and support them. We do not have the authority, nor is it our role as local law enforcement to enforce immigration laws. That role is the role of the federal government. Our role is to enforce city ordinances and state laws, and most importantly, ensure the safety of our community. So that's our stance on it.
We thank you, Chief. Thank you for sharing that, making it clear. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks. We're good. Thank you.
Okay, so we did weight the scores. So for the Rio Frio competition, if someone attends the polar plunge, they get 1 point. If someone attended the 5K, they get a point. But obviously, there's 13 department heads and leadership staff, and then there's only 7 of you. So we did apply a weighting system to try to make it a little bit more fair. That didn't seem to help though, because the score was 24 for council and 28 for staff. So that's a pretty big win. Also, the mayor wanted me to identify if we had an MVP. And so I went back to the spreadsheet, and there were several of us that were at 3 points that we garnered for our team. There were some with 2, 1, but we only had one person who brought in 4 points for the staff team. And so that was Chief Dingfelder. So once council presents the plaque, once council presents the plaque, he will get to have it in his office since he was the MVP to help us win. I mean, just think if we wouldn't have had George, it would have been a tie, I guess, if I look at the math. So there we go.
MVP.
Any comments? This is our second year. Maybe we'll be like the Kansas City Chiefs next year and do a three-peat, I hear. So,
Well, I'm gonna let the council, make any comments they would like to make. Any council members like to make any comments? Counselor Hensley?
Well, I will go ahead and say, I really do feel bad. I had a sick grandchild with a fever. And so I definitely did not put any points this time, which was hard, but so I do apologize to our team.
Okay, thank you. Counselor Krebs?
Thank you, Mayor.
Well,
It was so much fun, guys. Thank you so much for this competition and just making it a great weekend all around. And my only suggestion to making it even more fair is let's have more events slotted in there, just buy something and drop the receipt in for young professionals and that would count for a point. Things like that.
yes, I'll wrap things up. It's never really, a fun feeling to lose. And council, you all don't know this, but since Ms. Sanchez and I were talking smack throughout the whole deal, when we give this presentation down there, since we lost, we have to go down there and take a picture with a big L on our forehead. So that's gonna be hard and difficult to deal with, but I do know we have a great team. We're gonna rebuild and come back again next year. And next year, we are going to make sure we bring that trophy back and we're gonna give it to one of our MVPs. And we may have lost the battle, but we most definitely are not gonna lose the war. So let's go down there and be good sports and present this trophy to them and take our
so we do
picture
need
with
all the
L.
department heads to come up because it was a team effort. That is the conclusion of staff comments.
All right, we're gonna end on a high note then. That's good. Okay, do we have any council comments? Any council comments? Okay, I just want to thank, oh, go ahead, Counselor Young.
Yeah, I just want to publicly apologize to the team for not being at the retreat this past weekend. I'm always at these retreats. Our ball game was moved up and I'm the head coach, so I got to be there and I hope you understand.
We understand. Thank you. Thank you, Counselor Vihil. And I just want to thank everyone who really participated in all the activities at the Rio Frio Ice Fest. Surprisingly, there's so many people that come up to us at the bonfire who are from different parts of the state, and they come back time and time again because they like all the festivities. So that's really impressive. Keep it up, and next year I'll be the first one to get the water warm again. So, all right, Counselor Hensley.
I was just gonna say, one of the things I think, so I obviously saw it the next day, but the ice sculptures were really good this year. And just wanted to say, I know that was a little bit of discussion from the year before, so phenomenal job.
Okay, if there are no other comments, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.